A Czech foundation has refused to go ahead with the purchase of Flamingo missiles for the Ukrainian military, according to media reports published on November 28, dealing a blow to a high-profile fundraising effort. The Gift for Putin campaign had raised money from supporters to buy Flamingo missiles from the Ukrainian arms manufacturer Firepoint, intending to donate them to Ukraine's military as a symbolic gift of resistance. However, the foundation has now dropped that plan amid a widening corruption scandal in Ukraine, with reports saying it no longer feels confident about channeling funds through the original supplier. The organization is instead reportedly looking for other weapons manufacturers to receive the donation, so that the money can still be used to support Ukraine's defense in a more transparent way. One of the main figures behind the initiative said, quote, "We collected the money very quickly, but serious doubts arose that it would not go to the product for which the collection was made. So we did not go to them, and now we are looking for a suitable alternative," unquote. Another leader of the Gift for Putin initiative said, quote, "We understand that there is a certain amount of reluctance to spend money on this particular missile because there is a real suspicion that the manufacturer is connected to people around Andriy Yermak," unquote. This shift comes as President Volodymyr Zelensky's powerful chief of staff, Andriy Yermak, resigned on November 28 in the middle of a major corruption probe that has rocked Kyiv's leadership. Investigators recently raided properties linked to Yermak as part of an inquiry into alleged graft involving Energoatom, Ukraine's state nuclear power company, raising serious questions about his role. Soon after Yermak's resignation was announced, Zelensky said he would carry out a broader cabinet overhaul, signaling that more top officials could be removed or reassigned in the coming days. "I want no one to have any questions for Ukraine. Therefore, today, the following internal decisions. First, there will be a reset of the office of the President of Ukraine. The head of the office, Andriy Yermak, has written a letter of resignation. I am grateful to Andriy for the fact that Ukraine's position in the negotiation track was always presented by him exactly as it should be. It was always a patriotic position. But I want there to be no rumors and no speculation. As for the new head of the office, tomorrow I will hold consultations with those who can lead this institution. Negotiations will soon take place. Our representatives will participate, the Chief of the General Staff, representatives of the Foreign Ministry, the Secretary of the National Security and Defense Council, and our intelligence. And when we all face such an external challenge, the war, we must be strong inside. 100% of our strength must now be focused on the defense of Ukraine. Everyone must act exactly this way now, in the interests of our state, and defend our state. This is an unchanging principle. In the near future, meetings with the American side will take place. Second, the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine. I expect that Prime Minister Yulia Sviridenko, together with members of Parliament, in dialogue and unity, will secure three things for Ukraine. The most important, to adopt the budget for 2026, that is, to ensure our state's ability to defend itself, to provide for defense, to ensure all social payments and the necessary resilience. This is what people need. I also expect candidates for the Ministers of Energy and Justice. The current ministers must be evaluated in such a way as to draw absolutely clear conclusions about whether the current officials meet the challenges of this winter and of this war. Third, I spoke with the Security Service of Ukraine so that they conduct their own analysis of the situation in the law enforcement system and in the regions. Soon there will be reports, then my conclusions, and then decisions. There is too much negativity coming from the regions. We agreed that the Security Service will provide information to me quickly. And of course, the army. Our warriors are heroes. Our warriors are destroying the enemy, and this is the foundation of our ability to build diplomacy. Earlier in November, Ukraine's anti-corruption authorities uncovered what they described as a $100 million kickback scheme in the energy sector, exposing deep-seated abuses in a critical industry. Energoatom, the nuclear power firm that relies heavily on foreign aid and international support, has also been implicated in the case, intensifying scrutiny from Western partners. Prosecutors say 8 suspects have already been charged in connection with the Energoatom scheme, which they allege was orchestrated by businessman Timur Mindich. Notably, Mindich is reported to be a close associate and longtime business partner of President Zelensky, a connection that has heightened the political sensitivity of the investigation. Mindich now faces allegations of stealing from funds earmarked for Ukraine's energy infrastructure, diverting money that was supposed to help keep the country's lights on during wartime. Investigators are also probing Mindich's alleged links to the arms maker Firepoint, looking into whether overlapping networks connected the energy and defense contracts at the center of the scandal. Fire Point itself faces accusations of misleading the Ukrainian government about missile pricing and delivery schedules, raising doubts over the company's reliability and contributing to the Czech Foundation's decision to walk away.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that look, you will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest news makers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.